Welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. I'm Sam, an English guy living in provincial Russia now. Everyone always asks me, Sam, can you show us some Russian traditions, some stuff that you do together with your friends? Can you show us some real life? Well, I try and show you guys real life in Russia. And I'm pretty much the only one that does show real life interactions with Russian people. Now, that's probably because I've been here for over 20 years, and so I just live my life here. I'm not like a tourist. I live here amongst everyone else. And so today I've brought the camera with me to the lake, and I'm going to be showing you a tradition that, well, my friends do it 3 times a week. I do it like once a week, if that. But it's always nice on a Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, to come here to the lake, to have breakfast by the lake, to do some ice dipping, we'll call it. I'm not going to call it swimming, although some of these guys, they actually stay in the water for 3 minutes at a time. So come with me and enjoy a tradition that we have in Russia, and you might have this tradition in your country, I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
И команду такую винты на упор отдавал бы как бог.
Arcadion, on professional Arcadion. Dawno это занимается и on до 4 раз, 5 раз. So you can see what's going on here. We're having some sort of Russian tradition that I don't know anything about.
Ты знаешь, что Трамп сказал? Сэм, ты знаешь, что сказал Трамп? Никакой радуги больше нет, понял? Ныряй один.
Значит, город Радуга поменяет название.
В красном углу.
Ринга.
И в этом.
Тимур Битарбиев. В правом углу.
И в желтом углу.
Игорь Бивол. Так, ребята, вы сойдетесь в этом черном квадрате. Не забудьте обняться.
It's cold now, really cold. Really cold, and they haven't started making the fire yet. That's the worst thing. So you got to get clothes, you got to get dry as quick as possible, otherwise you fucking die. My nuts are frozen. I've had these in the car all night and they're frozen. I've got frozen nuts. So let's have a look what's on the table. So on the table here we've got pasta and some sort of meat inside there. And we've got this horrible thing that Russians like. We've got some herring, got some cheese and chocolate.
Сам ты сказал же, с 25-го года будешь сало есть.
So this guy here, he's already been in there for a few seconds already. And so he sits in here for 3 minutes. 3 minutes at a time. Now I'm not going to film the whole 3 minutes, but I've got to respect that. Because, well, I don't know how cold the water is. Obviously it's not freezing, otherwise it'd be ice. But 3 minutes, wow. So I can hear from a distance that they're all discussing politics, and obviously they're discussing the whole Donald Trump thing right now. And so I'm going to try and ask them some questions, not for this video but for my other video about Donald Trump. So it's important to stay warm afterwards. This guy's just done 3 minutes and he's not even caring. Amazing. So I've been trying to make a video about what Russians think about the whole Donald Trump position towards Russia and how it's all changing. I've been trying to make the video for a week, and strangers have all been saying no, they don't want to speak on camera about it, and it's been very difficult. It's actually got me to the point where I've decided I'm not going to do street interviews anymore unless it's just something completely fun, because it's kind of demoralizing. But even here, so I've come here and my friends are relaxing, and I said to them, can I ask some Donald Trump questions? And they're all like, nah, just can't be bothered with that, right? It's really, really difficult, and I'm really trying to make a video for you guys so you can get Russian people's opinions of the whole new position that America are taking, but it's proving to be a very, very difficult subject. You can see my hands are still shaking. My feet are frozen. That's the hardest thing, I think, when you come out of the water, to get your socks on as quick as possible, because Russians, they'll wear shoes that are really good, valenki they'll wear, that are kind of like really warm and cozy. You can slip on straight away, because when your feet are cold, you can't put your socks on or put your feet through your trousers. You can't just whack your shoes on without untying the laces, because you can't feel your feet basically. Look at the shoes that all the Russian guys are wearing. I really need to get some of these. Have you ever seen these before? What do you think? Stylish. You can spot the foreign a mile off in his fake Air Jordans. Объясни это. Как называется ваш Волга или
Дембельский бутерброд. Дембельский бутерброд называется.
Не малого эту.
Нет, я говорю, ты что нам не помогаешь эту?
So it's been about 40 minutes since anyone swam, and look, it's already frozen, well, starting to freeze over, look. So the guy in the red, he's one of my good friends, his name's Yuri, and he's the organizer. He lives not far from here, so he brings the stove with him to cook, and everyone else just brings different things along with them, and then we have like a shared breakfast, and obviously go swimming and just enjoy the countryside. So yesterday I uploaded a video where I talked about Donald Trump, about his ideas, about perhaps America's new vision as to how they want to try and move forward with regards to Russia and Ukraine. And I got quite a few messages from people who said things like, oh, this is just Russian propaganda, Sam, Russian propaganda, you've fallen for the propaganda, mate. You don't know what you're talking about. These are all lies, all the things you've talked about are lies, or Putin's paying you and that kind of thing. But one thing I've noticed about all of the people that write those comments, when I answer the comment and say, can you tell me exactly what it is you don't agree with that I've said, they don't answer. Or they just answer with, or you're just a paid propagandist. Now the reason they can't answer is because most people who watch mainstream media in the West, well, they don't know the facts. They just know what they've been told, and also they've been taught to say to anybody who says anything that differs, oh, you've been brainwashed by Russian propaganda, or you're being paid by the KGB, or whatever it is. But when you actually question these people and say, well, what is it that I actually said that is not correct? What is it that I actually said that you don't agree with? They can't have a debate with you because they don't know. I realize that people that are seeing things from Russia's side, they study the facts. We study the facts. All our knowledge is based on facts, and we go and we research facts so that we can know the truth. All they know is the narrative. All they know is a narrative that they've been taught by the Western media. And so they don't actually know exactly what happened. And so they can't question the facts because the facts are the facts. And the problem is, for them, is that they don't know any facts. All they know is the narrative, and the narrative says that anything that differs from the narrative they've been told is Putin propaganda. And so it's crazy for them to get that response, right? Well, can you tell me exactly what it is you don't agree with? And they're like, I don't actually know anything apart from what I've been told, and I've been told that Russia's guilty for everything, and that Russians are fascists and Nazis, and it's all Putin's fault, and oh, I don't really know any of the points you've said. I just know that they differ from what I've been told, so they must be wrong, so you must be a Putin propagandist. What do you think of this forest area? I love being out in the forest, whether it's in winter, because we haven't got much snow here, so it's just nice to walk. Sometimes in most winters it's going to be knee deep, and then in summer barbecues going on here, and just a great smell of being out in the forest. I've actually got some great news when it comes to forest. Forest being key word, not Nottingham Forest, the town where I'm from, but forest, and well, I'll talk about that soon in another video. Hopefully you'll carry on watching my content. Do you like my content? Do you like to learn about life in Russia? I know that my channel isn't very popular, my channel doesn't really get many views, but I do show real life in Russia. So if you want maybe some of your friends to learn about real life in Russia, tell them about my channel. Also, I've got a Telegram chat group. You can find the link to the Telegram chat group below. And also, I actually take free phone calls. If you're interested in moving to Russia, if you're interested in anything about Russia, not even moving, right? I'm not trying to sell you anything. You can just have a free chat with me and I'll give you the best advice I can based on my time here. Now, I have experience about loads of different things to do with Russia. Obviously, I've gone through the whole immigration process myself. I have a Russian passport, and I can share my experience with you and try my best to answer the questions that you have about Russia, and I'll do it for free. Just go to my website, samsrussianadventures.com, book a free call, and yeah, and I'll try my best to help you. Let me know, do you do anything like this yourself? Do you do, I don't know, any kind of winter wild sporting activities or hobbies? Let me know in the comments. It'll be interesting to learn about what you do in your part of the world. So we've got people here ice fishing. Now, up until a couple of weeks ago, it was pretty much like, you know, 0 degrees every day, and so the lake, well, it wouldn't be very frozen, but this is a huge lake, and I don't enjoy walking on the lake. So I'm walking on the lake now, and it always makes me feel a bit sick knowing that, you know, you're walking on like really deep water, right? But I'm going to go over to this guy who's doing some ice fishing and see what he catches and see if I can speak to him. He might just tell me to turn the camera off, to be fair. He's in the middle of a lake fishing, and the last thing he probably wants is a foreign YouTuber with a camera to come over and ask him some questions. He's probably just enjoying the peace and quiet, but we can just try at least. Здравствуйте. А скажите, пожалуйста, вы что-то уловил уже?
Мы приехали попробовать только.
А, да? Это вы часто занимаетесь, да? Вот это рыбалка, да?
Выходным постоянно.
Да. Интересно. Я вообще...
Дышим свежим воздухом.
А, ну очень хорошо, да. Молодец.
Хорошая погода, чего не посидеть-то?
Ну да, точно. Я вот первый раз вообще гуляю даже на озеро. Я сам первый раз. Мне как странное ощущение, что я знаю, что это. Ну да. А вы где еще обычно это ходите?
Ой, да куда мы только не ездим.
Да.
На Волгу ездим и на...
О, даже на Волге, да?
Везде ездим.
Круто.
Здесь у нас рек полно хватает. Поймаем, нет, и
да.
ладно, пускай.
А вы кушаете, да, что поймаете, да, или?
Ну, покрупнее берем, а мелкую отпускаем, конечно.
Да. А вы потом это копченое что-то делаете, или просто так, или как?
Пожарить просто.
Да.
Уши сварить дома.
So off camera, we had a really cool chat. Really nice guy, really nice guy, and he lives locally as well. And he said he knows the guys that I go swimming with as well. So, it's so nice when you meet people and they're open to talking. They know you're filming anyway, but they're still happy to talk on camera, because being a YouTuber, you can often get people that are negative and don't want to speak. So it's just really refreshing when people want to speak to you. Now I completely understand, right? You know, who wants to speak to a stranger with a camera? Completely understand, but every now and again when you meet someone who's just open to sharing their life and talking to you, it's really nice.